The face of war. Having listened to Emperor Varus's maniacal plans, Lys is ready to go to war. And this is also leads to Gimlet Dark, right? Potentially right now.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Didn't even give a
One
dialogue
will be
option.
on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
That's right, I think I remember Hien being there in Gimlet.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
I'm actually now thinking, when does Alize get called? I'm almost waiting for it now.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Yeah, that almost would have been perfect timing if Alize had been called right there. Okay, yeah, just straight into Gimlet Dark. So one thing, I want to get this because I don't know how long the... Well, I can maybe get it out. Like, I don't know how long the... This could be instant. Not quite instant. Hopefully less than 5 minutes, maybe. But something that I thought of was this revelation that Garlemald, you know, was created by Ascians, and its ultimate goal is the goal of the Ascians. Actually, I think inevitably has to change the way all the surrounding nations deal with Garlemald. In the fact that essentially we've been dealing with the Ascians in an aggressive manner because that's how they have to be dealt with. Otherwise, you're doomed. And so would that mean that all the other nations would then, assuming things go well here, have to take an aggressive stance on Garlemald? And essentially, like, the goal would then to be wipe out Garlemald. I mean, not necessarily like scorched earth on it and its people, but like this nation has to go. Because I don't know that that's anything they've ever addressed. Because obviously, like, this is kind of the end of Stormblood. And then Shadowbringers is dealing with the first for the most part. I mean, we come back to it later, but that's when, like, Fandaniel comes about and everything, and, you know, and Garlemald basically... I mean, I guess I guess they don't have time to really think about that now, and then by the time they do have the time, Garlemald, you know, implodes unto itself. It's an interesting thought, though, I think. They almost have to become conquerors themselves, you know, to save themselves. That being, you know, the Eorzean Alliance and Othard and all that. Nice. Come on. Press the button. Don't be AFK. Okay, very nice. We're in. This actually reminds me, I watched a video last night of a dude that did a Final Fantasy XIV medley in like the Doom Eternal style, and he was actually pretty badass. Okay, here we go. Let me say hey hey real quick. Hey hey ho ho. Okay, we do have a newbie here.
Leave this to me.
I don't think nobody has said who it is, though. There we go. Sometimes with large enough attacks, it's just, you know, your AoE doesn't grab everything. Spread out and be wary of artillery fire. I don't think there was any other dialogue before that. Keep to the north. We will head off there troops to the south. Come on. Just these dudes are not cooperating. Oh, yeah, I remember that one's a tank buster. Oh, jeez. I was like moving out of it, thinking it was like, it didn't have a lasting effect. Oh, jeez. Healer being down, I don't think there's a way we can salvage this. Yeah. I'm just gonna take the L. There is a new person, and I wonder... I'm always curious, like, if one of the DPS is new, it's not really a big deal. They die to a mechanic, you know, the healer or potentially one of the other DPS can get them back up. But if the healer is new and they die, that can become a problem. Yeah, they could be. But an interesting thing came to mind to me. Maybe not to mind, somebody else brought it up a while back. That I found really interesting. And that is how we kind of take the language of whatever game it is we're playing, but particularly for an MMO because it's a game you play for a long time. How we'll take that language for granted. How, like, you know, boss mechanics like this, they're, boss mechanics like this, you know, you get used to it and you're like, yeah, it's an easy mechanic. Like, I've seen it a ton of times, but if you're new to the game, it might be a completely new mechanic to you. And, you know, it takes some adjustment period to, you know, essentially learn that word in the language. It looks like they're getting it, though. go. That's funny how the stack markers can freak some people out. They just see something above their head and it's like, okay, I've got to get away from everybody else. And it's like, not with that one, not with that one. Ooh, I should not have used that. What is it called? Edge of Darkness. Hopefully I can get my MP. Okay, now I'll have my MP back in time. Yeah, that got the black move. But we're good though. This guy is... There we go. Now this one I go for a super big pool, more than 2 groups. But all my cooldowns are available, so... Going big, baby. Yeah, that wasn't even... Group wasn't even phased by that, so that's good.
Ready?
Brace yourself. They've called for reinforcements. Dude, I just love the Blackest Night. You can just negate, like, quite a bit of damage if you use it right. Or you just use it, well, I mean use it right, but use it at the right time, you know, which is basically when you've got the most stuff on you. Keep moving. We will hold them here. Next boss. I probably shouldn't have used the cooldown because I think he goes away. No, maybe not. See if they... Nope, healer just got blasted. No, they barely made it out. Okay. Whew. At least on my screen. I don't know how it was for them. That's the ability I want to have that for. Okay, yeah, this is... Next time it goes under. Stay in the middle. Okay. Now go. Ugh. Although this dude is low enough now that... Just a few more seconds, come on. Although I really don't need to pop cooldowns for this. He's so low already. I just wanted to do it, but it's just like there's really no reason. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that the healer is probably new. But they're doing a great job. I mean, at least, you know, like, they're struggling with the boss mechanics, but, you know, I'm doing big pulls and everything, and they're having no issues with it. And just for those that might be curious, I tend to err on the side of people want to go in... People want to go in blind initially, and then, you know, they'll ask if they want to know mechanics or whatever. Or if it becomes an issue, then I have no issue telling, you know, people. You seem troubled, friend. Not getting tired, are you? That's the end. Just because at least like on Reddit and the forums and stuff, I've heard from both sides as to, you know, whether to explain mechanics or not when there's new people. But generally, I think it's better to, like, it can cause maybe more of a problem or more of an issue. People may like it less if they want to go in blind and then just have somebody tell them the mechanics than it is for somebody that may want to know the mechanics but doesn't say anything. But, you know, I think that generally usually causes less issues, but... And I know, just based on my own preferences, I like to kind of go in blind initially. Fear not, health is on the way. Pippin, my boy. Hells yes. And if I remember, we take this dude down. But the next one is the one that just... Does it self-destruct, or does, like, lease albeit or something? I don't recall. But I've gotten confused by that before. Like, we started on this one, and then I just, like, walk away from it, because I'm like, well, there's no need to do anything to it. If you've got the group, you could probably take it down. Quickly to me, but, really no need to bother. Yeah, I was actually it's going to blow! Okay, yeah, it is a self-detonate. This one's for Papa Limo.
Time to get serious!
Hells yes. There we go. Go on, Lavenza. Leave these soldiers to us. These were interesting characters that I think a lot of people were expecting them to come back, but I don't think they ever did. Because they survived this, I believe. These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they are only that, savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Ah, 2 new people. Very well, I leave the artillery fire to you. Oh, I think she just did a tank buster. And commence bombardment and prepare to strike. They will not escape. There is no escape. Ooh, is Delta Trance there? Yeah, that's their tank buster, okay. Yeah, I can't remember the names of them, otherwise I would pop. Impressive. Anya, let us engage them together. They cannot hope to evade us both. Yeah, and everybody was wanting that high five. Anya, fall back. I think they did do a high five, but very well, leave the artillery to me. But it doesn't function the way people wanted it to, maybe? Just because of the difference in people's sizes. Ready the cerulean tanks. Got hit by that. I tend to mess up that mechanic. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. I think since I haven't done this really in a while, it's not really surprising that I mess up the mechanic. There we go. It seems we have no choice, Julia. Julia and Anya. You should feel honored, savages. Few are they who have witnessed this twice. Oh, crap. And fewer still who have witnessed this. Farewell, savages. We should be fine if they LB, I think. Somebody else is already yelling at them to LB. Come on, bros. Well, it's too late now. LB is... There, we got it. Nice. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. Serve their purpose. I think one of them was there when Varys killed Solus, I think. Shot him. Because the helmet I recognize. And I don't think that's a common helmet. Oh well, I'm not going to stick around. I thank them. Let's get to this cutscene, shall we?
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Indeed. I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
There it is.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Oh no. Don't tell me.
Yup.
Are you all right?
The last one remaining.
Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
I can only imagine how pissed she'll be when she gets to the first. Okay. Nobody else around here, it looks like. Alize is being cared for at the infirmary. Would that there were more we could do for her. So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not. They won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alize, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the chirurgeons have completed their examination of Mistress Alize, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alize is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Ugiri and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the far east is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. So I wonder if the Doman contingent or whatever, basically this is just a setup for their part come Endwalker. I mean, maybe they were there for like Pagelthon, but Judging by the Garleans' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Go on now, rest. You've more than earned it. We'll contact you the moment the Garleans show any sign of stirring. Anytime you're told to rest, at least in the patch content, because I know I've been kind of fooled by that in some of the, the main expansion content. But in the patch content, whenever you're told to rest, that means, okay, this is the last quest of the patch. Yeah, I think they probably all just say the same stuff. Everybody else is standing in the same places they were. God, yeah, it's like Hoary Boulder is the quest objective or whatever, but it's like, yeah, there's nobody else. I mean, except if like Kryl were here. Ah, Lavenza, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Alize gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alize? I was certain she would have returned by now. Well, let me tell you a story. By the 12, not her too. I mean, at this point, you can just assume, like, it's going to be everybody. Well, at least all the people that were hearing the voices and getting the headaches, which means there's only one left. Ochre and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. Yeah, Tataru needs to come back. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Kolne, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all, though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. Also, like, you should also be prepared for whatever happened to the rest of them. I'm kind of expecting a cutscene here because this was the end of a patch. Yep. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. And this is still fake Xenos. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream, like so many of them, particularly recently, was absolutely excellent. We finished off Stormblood. And as just a quick preview of the usual review I give during, the credits of the expansion, it was phenomenal. And I think I may actually like Stormblood more than Heavensward. Ooh. But yeah, and so now we'll be moving on to Shadowbringers, which I've been looking forward to so much. So yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live, which I would much appreciate, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.